My first piece of advice is to present math as something that is learned. It's a learned set of skills. And that when kids struggle or get confused, they should understand that with more effort and practice and help from teachers, they will continue to learn these skills. Math is typically seen by students as something you have or you don't. You're good at it or you're not. That's not true. Everyone can get better at math when they work on it. And we don't know how good you're going to be in the future if you work on it now. I think psychologically, when a student is confused or struggling, it feels like there's no progress that they've made, as though they're back at square one. So a great thing for teachers to do is to keep track of the progress that students have made over the whole year or over that unit, and to show it to them all the time. You've learned these things before and you will learn them again. Also, I think it's important that when teachers give specific feedback to students, they show the student how to use that feedback to become better at this kind of problem and to become better at math. The basic idea is that you can learn to be better and better at math, and the teacher's feedback should always be conveying that message. One thing that we're studying now is the word yet. So if teachers say, no, not quite yet, you're still learning, you're on that learning curve, you're just not there yet. And I think it's a very hopeful message that keeps that time dimension, that learning curve in the picture. I think we've made a huge mistake in our child rearing practices in our educational system. We tell kids they should feel good when things were easy for them and they got everything right. That's a cause for celebration. Not in my book. In my book, it means you're not learning as much as you could. If it was easy, well, you probably already knew how to do it. If you didn't put in effort, you weren't growing those math neurons. We should make kids feel cheated if the work is too easy for them, or if the teachers gloss over their errors and don't give them good feedback. We should have kids asking for harder work, wanting the challenging problems. I want challenge to become the new comfort zone, not easy being the comfort zone. I'll never forget at the beginning of my research career when a little boy said, "Mistakes are our friend." I was really struck by the beauty of that message, and all children should feel that mistakes, don't condemn them. Mistakes are not things they should flee from. Mistakes are a natural part of learning and often give us clues about what we have done wrong, what we need to learn, and what we should do next. There's a wonderful, relatively new brain imaging study where they looked, it's actually an EEG study, they looked at fixed mindset brains solving problems and making mistakes. And when the student was in a fixed mindset and made an error, they fled from that error as quickly as possible. But when they looked at growth mindset students making errors, they focused in on the error, they processed it deeply, and they corrected it. So they got it right on the next trial. That's what we want. We want an error to be something that you glom onto and learn from. We have found that teaching a growth mindset is really important for math achievement. Math is a subject where a lot of kids have a fixed mindset and a lot of kids struggle. Teaching a growth mindset makes them understand It's not a fixed trait, it's a learned set of skills. It particularly helps kids who are laboring under a negative stereotype to keep telling themselves, I can grow my math brain. Maybe my group didn't do as well historically, we weren't encouraged, there were stereotypes, but I can grow my math brain through hard work, practice, and good mentoring. In a fixed mindset, students hate effort. Now for me, effort is the secret of life, but for them, effort means you're dumb. They think if you're good at something, you shouldn't have to work hard. Well, one thing we know is that math makes you work hard. So teachers and parents should keep in mind that in a fixed mindset, those students are feeling dumb every time they struggle, every time you tell them they got something wrong. We need to change that whole framework, that whole mindset, because when you teach a growth mindset, they begin to understand that effort is making them smarter and mistakes are important parts of learning. So that effort needs to be experienced as worthwhile, enjoyable, productive. I would say to a child who's getting a lot wrong and getting discouraged, stop, let's see, what is it that you don't understand? Let's analyze it, let's see what you need to understand. And also, many students will go, I know it, when they don't. And how do you break through that? So you could say, well, I think we're having two different conversations. You think we're having a conversation about whether you're good at this or not, but we're really having a conversation about how some kids have had experiences and opportunities in the past to learn this, and some kids haven't had that opportunity. I'm trying to give you that opportunity. So take it away from evaluating ability and get it into opportunities to learn.